Welcome to the Real Film Nerds
Harvest Horror Fest.
Jason Voorhees. All right, everybody. That's what we're about to talk about. We're talking about Friday the 13th, the final chapter. And with me, as always, is Matt. Should I just call you, like, Magical Matt? What should I call you, Matt?
Whatever tickles your pickle, Mike.
All right. But okay, Magic Matt. And I'm Mysterious Mike Talent.
How did you know I'm a stripper?
I don't know, man. It's this economy, you know. You got to do what you got to do, right?
Dude, seriously. And I tried out the Alaskan Bush Company, and they said, no, you have to go to the Alaskan Fish Company. You're at the wrong one. So,
you know that happens, Matt. Sometimes
it does.
You just show up to the wrong place, and you just rip off your clothes, and you're like, I'm ready, and they're like, for what?
Yep. They're like, you might want to tuck that away, sir. And I didn't even have my drawers down. They were just talking about my stomach. It was horrible.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Yeah, well, it happens to the best of us, Matt.
I am definitely not the best of us, but I am something.
Oh, right.
So, Mike, what podcast number is this for Real Film Nerds?
Oh, thanks for asking, Matt. Now, this is 345, and this is the fourth installment into the Friday the 13th series that we've been working on for quite a while. This is our fourth year of doing it in the 6th annual Harvest Horror Fest. And so we have the first Friday the 13th was episode 192. The second Friday the 13th was episode 244, and the third Friday the 13th was 295 for anyone interested in going back and checking those out.
Dude, you looked all that up? That is impressive, man. You are a way better host than I am. You better watch yourself or else this is going to become permanent.
Oh, I doubt that, Matt. You know I can't keep this up.
Mike, you can do it. I believe in you. Have faith like Jason has faith in murdering people with murdering things.
Right. Okay, Matt. So, without further ado, Matt, I'm going to ask you, what are your first impressions of Friday the 13th, the final chapter?
Well, Mike, that's one thing you need to work on. I still have to break it down before I give you my first impressions, right? Or are we going to change it up?
Oh, no, yeah. Sorry, dude. I that is something I need to work on. I'm too excited to talk about it. So, anyway, why don't you break it down, Matt, for the 1984 classic?
Mike, did you have a good Friday the 13th, though, this past week? I mean, it was a Friday the 13th in October. Mine was kind of weird. I worked a lot, and then it was kind of weird.
Oh,
how was yours?
Mine, it was, pretty normal. Didn't do anything out of the norm. I'm trying to think of what we did.
You just murdered a bunch of campers at Camp Crystal Lake?
No, Camp Blood. No,
okay.
I went to IKEA. It was a great time.
That sounds like a nightmare to me.
No, it was great. Did
you get meatballs?
No. We went more towards the morning because we brought the kiddos and stuff. So you got cinnamon rolls. They're fantastic.
But dude, it's about the meatballs.
I know the meatballs are good. I know. But
I mean, whenever I'm shopping for furniture, I want to have a meatball in my mouth.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's odd too that they have a kitchen and a cafeteria at a furniture store. But man, it's cool.
You can keep shopping longer. That's why, Mike.
I embraced it.
Well, I'm proud of you. So, okay, I'll quit fucking around. I will ask you the question about the solar eclipse later because I don't think you saw it where you're at, but we got it over here. And I really wasn't paying attention because I was in the forest. I saw a little bit of it, but not the full thing because, again, we're in Arizona. We didn't get the full thing. We got I think 2/3 of the eclipse or something visible here. But you didn't get any visibility over there, I think, on the East Coast, right?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I was out jeeping. So I was in the mountains having fun. I participated in Summit, which is a local mechanic shop club. Well, the club is kind of tied to it, but it's called Summit 4x4, and I was out jeeping in the truck for their not the truck, in the Jeep. I was jeeping in the Jeep. Whew, man, I am having a rough one already, Mike. They have a big event. October's, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is their biggest event for the club and the business. It's called Trails for Tatas.
Ah, yes, I could see that it has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, and they promote it all year long. They were supposed to be on Fox News on Sunday. They were going to be there all day. They brought 4 of their Jeeps, drove cross country, first time ever, and they get there on Saturday. And what happened, Mike? We won't talk too much about it, but there was a war that broke out. So that kind of screwed up their whole segment.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Anyways, okay, so let me give you the breakdown for Friday the 13th, number 4, a.k.a. the final chapter, even though it's not the final chapter. It is directed by Joseph Zito. It was written by Victor Miller, Ron Kurz, Martin Kittrosser, Carol Watson, Barney Cohen, Bruce Hidemi Sakau, and Sean S. Cunningham. That's a lot. Granted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those writing credits are based upon characters created by. So there's a lot of people that created characters for this film. But anyways, it stars Eric, I think that's Eric, E-R-I-C-H.
Yeah, I think that's Eric.
It's an Eric. I'm going with Eric. Eric Anderson, Judy Aronson, not to be confused with Anderson, Peter Barton, Kimberly Beck, Tom Everett, everyone's favorite, Corey Feldman, Lisa Freeman, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Crispin Glover. So, Mike, Friday the 13th, here's a little synopsis for you from the IMDb's. After being announced dead and taken to a morgue, Jason Voorhees spontaneously revives, escapes from the hospital, and stalks a group of friends renting a house in the countryside near Crystal Lake.
All right, dude. So, with that, Matt, I guess I can give the my first impressions, and I'm just going to be honest. I really, really had a good time with this one. It's ridiculous. It's that, Matt, I think as you said, it's that bad good.
Yep, it's the bad good.
It's the bad good, and I think it was some of the best of that. I do have some nitpicks here and there, but no, I had a great time with this one.
Well, Mike, I'm not a fan of horror movies in general, but Friday the 13th is one of my favorite franchises, hence the reason why I own all of them. I really love the original. I looked up my ratings for it. I do not know why I rated the original so low, but this one is damn close to my second favorite. Oh, not damn close. It's damn close to my favorite of the trilogy. Not trilogy. Quintuple, I don't know, whatever 10 is. The
I don't know what that one is.
Tuple, I don't fucking know.
Deca something?
Deca something. Deca Films, there we go. I don't know. I'm having a hard time talking. But this is probably my second favorite out of the Friday the 13th series, franchise, whatever, because just like you pointed out, Mike, it is so bad that it's good. Like, it is just ridiculous. The acting is either pretty good or absolute crap. There's like no in between. Jason Voorhees in this one is not like he is in the previous 3, where he's kind of slow and tedious and takes his time. No, that motherfucker moves fast in this one, and he kills fast. And I like that because that makes it way more scary. Way more scary. But yeah, I really enjoyed watching this movie. It's awesome seeing Corey Feldman. It's awesome seeing Crispin Glover, because what literally happened the very next year?
So we got Back to the Future.
That's one of them. What else did we get in 85, Mike?
Lost Boys?
The Goonies.
Oh, The Goonies. Dang.
Yep. And it's so amazing to think that that's how much Corey Feldman grew in like a year, because he looks very young in this, but they did film this in 83/84. and they filmed Goonies in 84, and he looks a lot older and bigger in Goonies, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude. I think they were saying when they filmed this, he was like 12.
Yeah.
And the cast was trying to like keep him from being exposed to some of the things that are in this movie, even though like it's still got a lot of grown up stuff in it. Like it was interesting.
I have to say, Mike, one of my favorite parts of Friday the 13th, the final chapter, is that is one of the horniest Friday the 13th by far. There's just tits and bush and banging and murdering everywhere in this thing. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't made it through the credits without showing us some titties.
You're right about that, man. This one has the 3 B's for sure. So for our newcomers, that's blood, boobs, and beast. And this one really has everything. It's the whole package.
The one thing I was disappointed in, though, is that they had the twins, and they didn't have the twins bang out one dude. It was one twin banged out Crispin Glover, which good for Crispin Glover. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! You're just spoiling things now, Matt. Should we do?
Dude, the movie's from 1980 freaking 4. I mean, Mike,
right.
You were 2 years old. I was 3 years old. So people should have seen it by now, hopefully. I mean, that was almost 40 years ago, dude.
It is almost 40 years old. All right. Okay. Well, I guess just to somewhat stick to the format, Matt, I'm going to ask you, what are you drinking this fine morning, evening, afternoon?
Oh, well, Mike, thank you very much for asking. I'm continuing my partaking of Sam Adams Oktoberfest, provided by Real Film Nerds superfan Eric. Again, Eric, thank you. They are delightful.
All right. Cool, Matt. I am partaking in another pumpkin beer. This one is, might have well be from this movie, kind of. It's Gourd's Gone Wild.
Oh, dude, I think you've had me. No, you sent me some of that before, I think.
I might have, yes.
Yeah, I think you sent me one of those because I remember that beer. Yeah. You know what I should do is I don't know if you can get it over there, but I'd probably get in trouble. But I should send you some pumpkin porter from Four Peaks. It's a pretty good pumpkin ale. Oh, it's a porter, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's in season right now, just for a little bit.
Of course. It's very short.
So, okay, Mike, I need to ask you a question.
Oh, yes.
Your favorite part of the entire podcast, other than the podcast as a whole, because it's about a horror movie. Mike, what is this week's incredible dad joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
All right, dude. This one's pretty bad, but did you see the dog's new outfit?
No.
It was quite fetching.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's better than last week's, but not by much.
Yeah, dude. I know. It's terrible.
All right, Mike. So my favorite segment, I hope you can do it. You've been successful in the past with old movies like this. Mike, how does Friday the 13th, the final chapter, relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I was worried about this one, Matt, because these movies are made kind of on a smaller budget, and there's not a ton of people in it. And if it's not like the stars making their first appearance, my chances are low. But I was able to find Jill Rockow, who was in the makeup department in this movie, worked on special effects makeup on Thor.
Perfect. I mean, when I think of Friday the 13th, I think of Thor as well, and Chris Hemsworth.
All right.
Actually, I kind of do because, he was in Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, the movie that I think he filmed long before he was Thor, and then once he was Thor, they're like, okay, release it now.
Well, I don't remember the exact story without looking it up, but I think Cabin in the Woods just went through lots of distribution hell, and it finally got to the point where the director/writer was like, you know what, I'm just going to pay for it.
I I don't know if that's quite true.
Well, not so much
What-
him paying for it, but he took forever to get a studio.
Yeah, what I think happened was Chris Hemsworth did a studio deal where essentially you're told that you're going to be in certain, like you have to be in basically 3 or 4 movies, and they're just going to pay you some like fee, like let's say I don't know, let's say $3 million, but you got to be in 4 movies, and they just tell you what movie you're going to be in. You don't get to choose or anything. And I think Cabin in the Woods was one of those movies for him.
Dude,
But
it was great. I thought it was good. But yeah, he was in it before he was Thor. And they filmed it before he was Thor, but it came out after he was Thor. But I thought the reason why it didn't get released is because they're having a really hard time getting a distributor.
I don't think that was it. I think it was just like a picture deal, and like sometimes they make movies and they just sit on them until they think the timing is better.
Well, you know what, folks? You have the internet too. Go Google it. So I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't look it up. We fly by the seat of our pants on this podcast. So that's why, Mike, speaking of things to give away, we have another giveaway this, Mike.
Oh
This
man,
week,
dude,
Mike.
that
Jesus, I said that too fast.
yeah. You were thinking too fast, man. What are we giving away, Matt?
So, Mike, 2 weeks in a row, we have a giveaway from our good friends over at Paramount Pictures. And I don't know on this one because I haven't seen the film. I don't know much about it. It's a direct-to-digital release. So just email us and, tell us your favorite, I don't know, Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, that'll work, dude. Favorite Friday the 13th movie.
So anyways, we're giving away digital download copies of a film called Vindicta. So, all right, Mike, you ready for the business?
Yeah, dude, lay it on me.
Here we go. Starring Elena Kampouris, Jeremy Piven, and Sean Astin, Vindicta is on digital now. When a city is terrorized by a sadistic serial killer, a seasoned detective and a newly recruited paramedic are forced into a deadly game of vengeance, where the key to stopping the bloodshed lies in unlocking the truth of their own haunted pasts. Vindicta, get it from the Microsoft Store. It is rated R, and again, it is from our good friends over at Paramount Pictures. So if you want a copy, hit us up, shoot us email what your favorite Friday the 13th film is. It could be any of them. It could be none of them. But tell us something of Friday the 13th, and we'll put you in the drawing to win a copy.
Yeah, literally just you could write something Friday the 13th, and we'll enter you in.
Yeah, I like it, Mike. I know you like something. So, okay, I was trying to lead into the giveaway with let's try to give this away without spoiling it, but I failed miserably. So, Mike, now we are in the official spoiler section, correct?
Yes, dude, totally.
So, okay, I'm going to go back to the twins. Why did Crispin Glover not get to bang out both the twins?
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. This movie definitely was the most horny or I don't know, just driven movie. Like, it was just like a whole bunch of, I don't even know if they were supposed to be 20-somethings or teenagers or what. I guess they were supposed to be like young college kids, right?
I hope they were at least 18.
Yeah. Well, true.
But, dude, he is Marty McFly's dad. He should be able to get twins. He should be able to pull that kind of tang.
I know, especially after that dancing, dude. The dancing was so awesome.
Oh, that was the best. That was the best. I need to learn those dance moves. I mean, God, that shit was so funny.
Yeah, no, that was really funny. That was a really funny scene, interesting scene. Matt, I also loved in the beginning of this movie, it's a little scene, but where they're cruising in the station wagon and the guys' heads are kind of out the window because of the way the configuration was. I was like, man, you could not make a car like that these days.
Dude, did it take you back to our good old days of high school and my station weapon? Mine did that, but we just never got the motor fixed for the rear window.
Yeah, but the way the seat, your seat was like backwards, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
backwards.
no, but this one was like the seat was so that if you were sitting in it, your head's like out the window if you had like adults back there.
Yeah, well, maybe
Like-
it was reversed. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But anyway, I thought that was cool. Another thing that's interesting about these movies, Matt, this is the fourth movie, and it had a recap of every single kill in like the first three movies right in the beginning.
Oh,
that's
I love
crazy.
that. I thought that was
Dude.
great. It was like watching like this week on Friday the 13th. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. We need more shit like that. And the other thing too is they do the credits beforehand.
Oh yeah, but that was crazy, dude. I was just like, wow, it just went over like every kill and everything that happened, and it's like a recap like you'd see for episodes, but like for TV show, but on a movie. Like we don't do that.
No, and they literally wanted this to be the last Friday the 13th. At least the director / writer. I think it was director and writer. Maybe it was just director. Because they were talking a little bit about it. Yeah, he might have just been the director. I think he directed all three of them. Joseph Zito. Like he was just kind of done with it. I think it was him, or was it the writer? Shit,
I think it was the Cunningham guy, the John Cunningham,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, the producer. He was a producer, right?
Yeah, but I think he was also the
creator.
writer. I think.
Sean S. Cunningham. Yeah.
Oh, Sean S. Cunningham. Yes.
Yeah. He was just done with like the character because people weren't going to the theaters to watch it. So like the first one made the most money, the second one made the second most, and the third made the third most, and the fourth made the fourth most. Like it progressively got like less people went, and he's like, okay, we really need to stop doing this. Well, he screwed that up because people just kept going and making them after he was done with them.
Yeah, well, Matt, I did look up the budget for this. So the budget for this movie, and granted it's 1983 or whatever, was 2.6 million. So I did a little math, and by that I mean I typed in some stuff in Google, and I found out in our money of this time of 2023, that would be $7.6 million. So like
That's not
it was,
much.
It's a low budget, right? And its gross was now this is in 1984. The gross was 32,980,000, and that equates to adjusted for inflation to about 97 million, which is that's pretty good, dude.
That's very good by today's standards because today, basically, if you finish positive, you're doing good with a movie.
Yeah, so like it was fairly highly profitable. I mean, they're $2.6 million of 1984 to 32, like that's quite a bit of profit, so
I'd be okay
I don't
with
know.
that.
I feel like that's why they just couldn't let it go, right? Like it's not losing money.
No, it's making money. It's like John Wick. It just
Right.
keeps making money, even though nobody wants to do it anymore.
Yes. So the skinny dipping scene in this, awesome. Like just so ridiculous, and I loved it. Like it was great.
Just out of nowhere. The kids had no shame, no fear, no nothing. I mean, come on, Mike. That's not reality. How many times did you go skinny dipping just on a whim with like 15 other people?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. See, it's. But okay,
No, but it
tell me
was the
this
80s.
one. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, it was the 80s, right? I don't know. We were little kids.
Yeah.
We
were.
Maybe that's where little kids came from.
Yeah, from skinny dipping in camp in Crystal Lake. See,
Yeah,
I
Camp
almost
Blood.
said Camp Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake. So, okay, Mike, I have a question. There is
right.
a guy in here named Teddy Bear, or at least that's how he keeps referring himself, and kiss the teddy bear. Do you want to kiss the teddy bear? And then he'd move in and get a smooch from the girl. That's literally like the worst pickup line ever, and he would not stop using it. And he kept acting like this player, and he couldn't even get one of the girls to kiss him while Crispin Glover's up there banging out one of the twins. And he's sitting down there watching like 1920s pornography on a reel and like laughing maniacally at it. It was that character was really fucking weird to me, dude.
Dude, that was really weird with his, like, remember he had the computer and he kept calling, what did he call Crispin Glover? Like,
Dead fuck.
yeah, dead fuck. And he's all, please stop saying that.
It just didn't make any sense to me. Like, that whole character on all his shit was just dumb. Like, he called him a dead fuck, and to prove him wrong, he goes up and bangs one of the twins. I just keep bringing that up. I'm sorry. I'm very proud of our boy.
Yeah, no, dude, I don't know. That was weird. That was really weird, for sure. But, Matt, you forgot. I think he was smoking some weed. I think that was part of the reason he was laughing maniacally at those...
I didn't catch that.
1920s pornography.
Yeah, I think it was 20s or 30s. Yeah, something like that. Because it wasn't even any banging. It was just like a topless girl walking around doing weird
it was
stuff.
silent movies. So they were silent. So.
Yeah, so that was probably even older than 20s then, probably.
I don't know. Yeah, there's silent movies. But
I got a question.
Okay.
Dude, whatever happened to the mom? I never saw that. Did I miss that scene? Like, I know
no.
She was in the, like, outside, and then all of a sudden she screams, and that's it?
Like, we have no idea.
Like, I'm very curious. Like, what happened to her?
They didn't say.
No, they didn't say that she got murdered. I mean, that's what you're assuming, is that she got murdered. Or if she escaped, or if she is, I don't know, she hooked up with Crispin Glover, and, he got two in one night. I don't know, Mike.
Yeah, and what about Corey Feldman's character, who's like a props like master dude? That was like kind of an interesting weird side thing.
Oh, it was a lot of fun, and clearly they're trying to lead on that Corey Feldman and that character became the next Jason, and continued on the tradition of murdering at Camp Crystal Lake. But we don't get like that payoff because this is the final chapter,
Yeah, and. What did you think about the, like, Jason's killed some people before in boats and stuff, but, like, what do you think about this one, with the girl, and, like, he gets up there and, like, gets her?
Well, how the fuck did it was an inflatable boat, which I understand.
Yeah.
The bottom is not inflatable. Like, the bottom of it is just vinyl material or whatever it's made out of.
Yeah, plastic,
and
plastic.
He stabbed through that shit through her, right?
Yeah.
From under the water.
Uh-huh.
And then later on, they find the bitch floating around still out there. How did the boat not sink? There would have been a hole in it.
I don't know, but yes, they did find the boat not sunken. I don't know, dude.
I mean, it was a delight that she was nude and she was skinny dipping again. I mean, they just can't keep their clothes on in this movie. I mean, it's delightful.
Yeah, and this movie's only 91 minutes, I think, Matt. So, like, it's right at the perfect runtime. Everything's good, dude.
Yep, hour and a half, hour and 31 minutes. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. So my complaint, Matt, on this.
Oh, please. I know you have to have more than one, Mike. I mean, come on. There's no way in hell it's a perfect movie for you except for one thing, because you're not going to give this a 4.5. Let's see. Come on.
All right. I'm not going to give it a 4.5. But anyway, the one of the things I really didn't like was Jason is he's running in this one. Like, how can he be this mythical person who, like, raises from the dead if he's not just always there?
Okay, all right. I see your point, but I already made that point earlier that I liked that because I thought it made it scarier.
I know you did like it. I'm just saying I thought it was weird. I love the morgue scene, dude. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I'm not sure if at the time they had like a good, like, coming back to life. I thought it was cool how they did that.
It was pretty good. And again, I mean, the medical examiner is trying to bang out one of the nurses, and he's like practically raping her in like the hallway, and she's just like, no. And then the next thing you know, it slash cuts to, Jason on the table, him sitting there watching aerobics or something, and she comes in ready to go. It's just like, is that how it really was in the 80s, Mike? You basically practically rape someone and then they just are like, okay, you know what? Let's do it.
I don't know, Matt, but you're right. It was very, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to, I guess, male chauvinistic, like ridiculousness. I don't know.
He was like groping her and all kinds of shit. Not that I'm trying to say anything, but it's like, there's no way in fucking hell a normal woman would have been like, oh yeah, well, that was kind of fun, even though she hated it. And then she goes, you know what? Let's just bang it out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Maybe we just don't know the backstory, Mike. I don't know.
That's true. That's got to be it. Another thing I thought was odd, Matt, was the Corey Feldman's character. Like, he's with his sister. They had just gotten back from watching the I don't know, skinny dipping incident, kind of.
Yes.
And the car breaks down, him and his sister. His sister's driving. Obviously, he's too young to drive or whatever. And she asks him to fix the car when it breaks down.
Well, because he's a man.
I was like, dude, what? What?
Well, and then what about the random stranger that comes out of the woods to save the day?
Oh, dude, that was totally weird. I loved it, but then you find out he's kind of like the harbinger in this one. Like, he's the something's in the forest. You better stay away.
He is kind of a harbinger, but he's there trying to get revenge on Jason because his sister was murdered by him or something?
Yeah, because the timeline is interesting for these movies too, because the first three, I think the second, third, and the fourth take place like right after each other. They're all like back to back to back.
Well, and that's one of the things that upsets me, because definitely the fourth takes place directly after the third, because he's in the morgue and he goes back out there and he just goes back to murdering. And so that's what bothers me, is that it wouldn't have been Friday the 13th anymore. It would have been Saturday the 14th.
And Matt, I thought you were going to say like, oh, how come the set looked completely different? Because it's a totally different place.
No. That's fine. There's lots of other places on Camp Crystal Lake. It's a big lake. It's huge, right? At least that's what I'm going with. It's huge. But, I mean, I just don't understand. You can't call it Friday the 13th if it takes place on Saturday the 14th. That's just bullshit.
That's true, man. That's just bullshit. Just terrible. Man. What did you think of all the weapons, the kills in this one? Obviously, they weren't going for... So the third one, for our listeners who maybe haven't seen that one, since it's been a couple years.
2 or 3.
That one was Jason, or Friday the 13th Part 3, but it was like in 3D. So there's a lot of like 3D gags in it, where they're just like stuff just flies at the screen or whatever. So this one didn't obviously go for that, but man, I think some of the kills were pretty brutal.
Honestly, I think this might have worked as a 3D one, because the director was so just obsessed with throwing people through windows, like all the time. Like, Jason goes through a window, a hot chick goes through a window, off a balcony, hits the ground, and the ground bounces, which I thought was funny. But that was real. Like, someone really did that. That was not a dummy. Like, you can see it. There's an airbag under the dirt, and she's like, that was wild. But
dude, that was real. That was a real like stunt person.
It was. You can see. Pay attention if you watch it again. Pay attention to the ground. You can see it bounce like around where. I mean, it doesn't look like she had a very big area to hit, and she hit it spot on. I mean, impressive, dude. They really need an Academy Award for stunt doubles. They really do, because that was amazing. But anyways, there's just so much glass breaking and murdering, like throwing through the shower window, throwing off the balcony, Jason coming in through the windows. It would have been good for 3D. The glass just going everywhere would have worked.
Yeah, Jason grabs Corey Feldman through the glass.
Yeah, see? There's just so much glass. Although my favorite kill, it's not the most dramatic kill. It's actually probably one of the most boring kills. But my favorite kill is when the Harbinger guy gets murdered in the basement. You don't even really see Jason, and I thought it was fake. I thought it was him just bullshitting, and he was going to be like, a partner with Jason or whatever. But he starts yelling, "He's killing me! He's killing me!" That was fucking fantastic. I love that.
Dude, it's true. You don't get that. He's like, "Run! He's killing me! He's killing me!"
That was absolutely ridiculous. And to find out that it was legit and he wasn't being like a pawn in the game or anything, I'm just like, oh, that was the best kill ever. I loved it. And you barely even saw Jason doing it. He was murdering him with like a little hand rake thing that you use in the garden.
Yeah,
it was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a question. I just thought of one.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you remember when the sister's trying to get out of her house? I think it was her. No, it wasn't her house. It wasn't her house. It was the neighbor's house. And she keeps trying to get out, and she opens like a door, and there's a body.
Yeah. There's bodies everywhere.
Yeah, they're like everywhere, and they're like railroad tie, like stakes, like nailed into the wall, so that they're like blocking the door and blocking the window and blocking. I'm like, when did Jason have time to do this?
I don't know, but it was terrifying. And there you go, Matt, right through the window again.
Yep, that was when she ran upstairs and ran out the window. And jumped out the window off the balcony and bounced on the ground.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not kidding. There's a lot of window stuff. Like I think even the twin that got murdered, who was supposed to ride home on her bicycle.
Yeah,
I think didn't she get like staked or
she got stabbed with
spear-gunned?
something like a pike or something because it was all in shadow, which was really cool. I thought that was a good way to shoot it. They didn't show blood or anything. They just showed her getting stabbed, and then he threw her through the window.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I thought she got like stabbed up to the house or something. It was pretty crazy.
Was it
was
that?
brutal.
I thought he threw her through the window on it too, but it might have been just like stabbed to the house or something. And you
it
don't
was
see
brutal,
her stabbed
dude.
to the house until later when that chick's running around.
Right. Maybe that's what it is. But
gonna have to watch it again.
Dude, the guy in the shower, just getting like just crushed.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, his throat and his head and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing. So that's why I didn't have a problem with him taking the railroad stakes and like hammering the bodies in, because we know he has superhuman strength. So even if he uses like his hand and not a hammer or something, you wouldn't have heard him doing it. But I'm just trying to figure out when the hell he had the time.
I don't know, man. Jason moves in mysterious ways.
Clearly.
All right, Matt. We both love this movie. I think we've thoroughly talked about all the finer points of this movie,
especially the boobs.
Yes. What? I'm just gonna go ahead and ask you, Matt. What is your rating for this movie?
Oh, Mike, this is the 4th installment of Friday the 13th, and I just cannot go below a 4. 4 out of 5 reels for Friday the 13th, the 4th.
Wow, dude. Awesome. So Matt, I'm with you pretty much. This is that bad good. I love this movie. It was actually kind of fun to watch. It's ridiculous. It had all the things, all the ingredients that we love about pretty much Friday the 13th movies. So I'm giving this one 3.5 reels.
Wow, Mike, I thought you would have been with me at a 4. But it's okay. I understand. You know, there was a little bit much for you to believe. I only had a couple problems, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, just having the twins, that brought up a whole reel. And they both got naked at the same time. Yeah, that's a whole reel right there, at least. I know, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, Mike, so next week, I guess it's my pick, but it's not really my pick. It was my suggestion, because you have never seen this movie and I have seen it, and it's not really a horror movie to me, but it is. So they call it a horror movie. I don't know how the hell you missed this. This has a killer cast.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No,
what is wrong?
I don't know. I don't know how I missed it either, dude. But what are we reviewing?
Mike, we are watching 1999's Virus. Not the virus, not a virus, just the word virus.
I'm stoked.
It stars Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Sutherland, William Baldwin, Cliff Curtis. I mean, dude, look at this cast, man. All very big names now.
Yeah, dude.
Except for William Baldwin. I mean, he's the Baldwin that nobody likes. But or no, is that Steven? I think that's Steven.
I think that's Steven Baldwin.
Yeah. He was the one that was in Biosphere. That's the one everybody hates.
Yeah, Biodome?
Biodome. Yeah, not Biosphere. Biodome.
Okay. All right. Well, no, dude, it sounds great. I can't wait to watch this movie, Matt. I think I'm gonna have a good time with it.
I think you're gonna enjoy it too. I think it probably aged very badly, and that's one of the things I'm kind of afraid of. But I think you'll still enjoy it for what it is, but not as much as I enjoyed it when I saw it in the theaters back in 1999. I seriously can't believe you didn't see this, dude. I'm still beside myself. I mean, it's sci-fi, it's action, it's horror, it's Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, holy crap, dude.
Maybe I saw it and I just don't remember it was that bad, but I'll let you know, man, if I have any like flashes. But usually I remember, like, especially at least the cast.
Yeah. Well, dude, you know what? We will find out next week. So thanks everybody for listening. Don't forget to enter our giveaway to get a free copy of Vindicta. We are still doing our contest from last week as well. If you want to be entered into our drawing for a copy of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, I think the longest movie title of 2023. But yeah, go ahead, enter our contests. Don't forget to share our podcast with your friends, family, neighbors, dogs. You know what, Mike? If we could just get our listeners to put our podcast on for when they leave the house to entertain their dogs when they're at work or when they are out shopping or whatever, imagine how many more listens we would have.
That's true, dude. That's true.
Dude, it's an untapped market. The dog and cat market, we really need to get on that.
Yeah, dude. We do.
But anyways, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Graham SV is my mom's Twitter that she never uses. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Nope. I think that's it. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in to another incredible Harvest Horror Fest film review. Friday the 13th, part 4. Next year, we will be doing part 5. I don't know if I can wait a year, but we will have to. Yeah, chat with y'all next week. Go D-backs.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now go out and catch a movie.
Welcome, everyone. This is Ma Henshaw Loses Her Cookies, episode 34. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Welcome, Matt. How are you tonight?
Are you calling me a welcome, Matt? That's rude. You're my mother.
I said welcome, Matt.
No, you said welcome, Matt. And that's just horrible. Why were you so mean to me?
Oh, jeez.
Don't you think you were abusive enough in my childhood?
Oh, of course. Yes. I made all those cookies and cakes and pies and everything. Yeah. Oh, well, anyhow.
Yeah, look at me now.
Well, there, see, I'm abusive. Okay.
Right. I can't even fit through a normal sized door.
Oh, gee. Anyway. All right. This motion picture was fun. I call it fun. It was very 80s clothes, 80s hair, 80s people who are now old. Oh, boy. But I loved, you start out in that movie and you say, oh, no, there's not going to be any slashings. they're in a morgue. And then, yeah, 3 people get slashed. And then it progresses from there. And then there's this group of, well, I guess they're college students. And they go into a house in the woods to be alone and fool around and everything. And there's a house next door with another family. And
Question: why are you just reciting the whole film? Why aren't you just talking about the film?
I am going
If
to
they
say,
want to know the synopsis of the film, you could read it in a sentence.
well, anyhow, but there are a lot of people out there in that woods. That's what I was going to start saying, actually.
Well, but
'Cause
it's
they're-
not out in the woods, Mom. It's at a lake.
Well, but there were woods around it.
Great. When was the last time you went to a lake? You saw how many hundreds of people are always around our lakes.
Well, your lakes aren't like their lake in that movie is, because there's no people around the lake. And then the girl walks to the lake without a flashlight at night. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous.
It might have been a full moon.
Well, maybe, but I didn't notice a full moon. Anyway, and then, of course, there were a couple killings in the lake, slashings. And then back at the house, I'm not sure if they killed the mother that, I'm not sure, because I don't know. You never see her again after she, like falls. Well, I'm not going to say any of that. But anyway, I got lost. I kept counting slashings. And I had a little bit of an issue with the fact that Jason was slashing the folk at the lake, and then he slashed a gal who went to the outdoor potty. And I just thought that didn't give him enough
The
time
outdoor
to get back.
potty. Wait, what?
Well, wasn't there an outdoor potty where the girl went to one?
No,
What was it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, never mind. You were asleep then. That's
No,
okay.
I watched the movie at my home. I was not
I?
asleep. What do you mean an outdoor restroom? You don't remember the scenes where there's a person showering? Why would they go to an outdoor restroom when there's a shower and a bathroom in the cabin?
I'm picking on because I thought it was ridiculous.
There's no outdoor bathroom.
Oh, okay. Well, wherever she went, she got slashed.
Tell me what scene is the outdoor bathroom? Jesus, this is why the podcast turns into 45 minutes, because you don't see the movies or you don't pay attention or something. And I have to explain it to you, even though you just spent the past 5 minutes literally just telling everybody what the movie is, not giving your opinion, not giving what you liked, not giving what you didn't like. You're sitting here just, they did this and they did this and they did this. I don't understand, Mom. That is not a review.
Okay, anyway, to me, it was
What
kind
was
of
the outdoor
corny.
potty scene? Let's start there.
Okay, what about it? I just, wherever the gal was that got slashed next,
Who got murdered?
I didn't think he had time to get back from the lake, but then that's me. Anyway, and
Who
then
got murdered? You still haven't answered my question. It's a girl.
a girl. Yeah,
Wonderful. Where was the outdoor potty scene?
I don't go there.
I would like to know. What are you trying to say? She got murdered going to the potty outside. Are you talking about the twin that went and got on her bike to go home?
No.
Then what scene?
Okay, I was delusional then, folks. Okay.
No, what scene? Who? What girl? Use your words.
One of the girls, and I'm not sure which house she was even from. But I swear she went
can't
out.
Describe her in any way, shape, or form.
Well, blonde hair,
That cuts it down.
Well, that's about it. I'm sorry. I don't want to work on those details. Anyway, there was that slashing, and then there were lots
Did you
of.
fall asleep and dream that someone went to a shitter outside?
No, I didn't, but I don't
Talking
want
about me not paying attention, you clearly slept through this movie.
I did not. And yes, there was a nude scene, and there was the couples that were in the house next to the one family, and they were wiped out, and there were lots. I lost count after 9. But
Why are you describing the film?
I'm just saying, I thought there were lots of crazy slashes. I thought some of it was kind of ridiculous, but it was the 80s, and take out the one nude scene, and I'm thinking most 13-year-olds at that time would really have loved that movie.
So you only saw one nude scene.
Yeah, wow, maybe I did go to sleep.
There was at least a dozen.
What?
Yes.
Ooh, I didn't watch that version.
What movie did you watch?
I watched that one.
Mom, there's the skinny dipping scene. There's the scene where Crispin Glover's banging out the twin. There's 2 nude scenes there. There's the dude that's banging out his girl in the shower. There's 3 nude scenes there.
Yeah. Well, I did forget about the nude swimming in the lake. Yeah. I forgot about that one. Sorry.
Well, there was a lot of titties in this movie.
Well, okay. I really didn't. Watching a lot of boobs doesn't excite me terribly. So there you go. But
You're saying there was only one nude scene and it's fine for your 13-year-old. It is not fine for your 13-year-old to watch all this murdering.
Well, no.
You want to know what's wrong with me, people? Here you go.
That's it. Yep. Well, anyway, my time is up. I thought it was a fun.
Oh, now you're going to start giving your opinion on the movie? With your time being up?
Yeah?
You could have been giving your opinion this whole time.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord is right.
Yes. Well, I mean, I thought it was fun. I didn't think it was earth-shaking, but it was good enough. And I didn't think it was going to be very exciting at all because it was like the 4th movie, but it was good, to a certain point. So there you go. Okay.
You didn't think it was exciting because it was the 4th movie. Ma, this is the 2nd best one out of all of them. How dare you? Did you just sleep through the whole thing? Were you high? Were you on drugs?
No.
Did you get into the stash that the teenagers had or the college age kids had?
No, nothing. Nope.
Have you been eating edibles while watching movies, Mom?
No, Cheez-Its maybe, but that doesn't count. Okay.
What? You have edible Cheez-Its?
No, I don't. Oh, dang it. Stop that.
Stop what? Your love of drugs?
No, I don't. But I'm old and I'm tired and
Exactly. So you should be doing drugs all the time.
No, I shouldn't. Unlike a lot of other 81-year-olds. But that's that. Anyway.
Well, what else are you going to do? What do you do with your life, Mom? You go out to eat. You drink margaritas. You don't drive. You don't work. You make cookies. I mean, you could make weed cookies.
I could try to drive, but then I think it would be a frightening thing. Anyway. No, I do laundry. I do gardening. I cook meals. I bake cookies. Gee, I made chicken pot pie. I mean, I did a lot of stuff.
All activities that are so much better when you're on edibles.
Oh, shush. No, I don't believe in edibles or other stuff.
You don't believe in them? They believe in you.
Well, good for them. I'm not going near them. So there.
What do you mean by you don't believe in them? They exist.
Well,
they're legal now.
No, I don't want them, and I don't care if they're legal.
You're okay with margaritas? That's a drug.
Oh, foo. One very watered down margarita is not a really wild drug.
That's alcohol. Alcohol is a drug. It's one of the worst ones.
A little bit. There's not much in that because it's a cheap margarita, $1.99. Doesn't have much at all.
How many of those cheap margaritas did you have today?
1.
4?
No, and it was yesterday. 1.
Well,
And
then what did you drink today, you lush?
Nothing.
Liar.
No, not nada or nada. Mm-mm. Anyway, what's your rating? My rating? Oh, well, I don't know if I should give a rating.
I already did my rating. My podcast is done and over. I'm just here to harass you about your drug and alcohol abuse.
Well, you're a harasser.
You know, this is episode number 34, Ma Hinshaw's Intervention.
Oh, shush. Anyway, no, I give it a 3.
A 3?
A 3. Well, it was average. I didn't think it was earth-shaking. That's my view, okay?
Mom, Marty McFly's dad is in this movie.
I know, and he can't dance.
That was one of the greatest scenes of the whole movie.
It was.
How was that not hilarious?
Oh, their dancing was horrible.
Exactly. Don't you think they did that on purpose?
Oh, you think they did? Oh, well, then there you go.
Do you really think they danced that bad in real life?
Boy, I hope not, because
they did it on purpose to be funny.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, then I got it now. Anyway.
Folks, maybe she doesn't need to be on edibles.
Yeah, I'm bad enough without them. Come on. Anyway, well, that's my opinion, folks. So there we go.
3 cookies out of 5.
3 out of 5, yes.
3 pumpkin spice latte marijuana imbibed cookies out of 5.
Oh, no, none of the green stuff. No, just, pumpkin spice cookies. Okay.
Marlboro Greens?
Oh, no. Anyway. All righty. But it's fun. I mean, it's fun. And you probably, if you didn't take a nap like I did, you'd see more nude boobs and stuff. But I guess I must have, because I missed several, I guess. Anyway, that's all, folks.
Do you not even remember the kid that was sitting there watching the 1920s or 30s porno and that had boobs in it?
Yeah, I remember. Oh,
See?
shoot.
Look at all the tits.
I didn't count that. Oh, my bad.
I mean, this is the pinnacle of horror films. It had the 3 Bs, Mom.
Okay.
You don't listen to our podcast, do you? You only listen to yours. You fast forward through mine. What are the 3 Bs?
I don't know, besides booze and boobs. What else?
Blood.
Oh, blood. Okay.
Beast.
Oh.
Which is the killer. And what's the last one?
Okay. I don't know.
Boobies!
Well, that's what I said before.
Yeah, but that's only 1 out of the 3 Bs. You need to get all 3.
Oh, good grief. Well,
the 3 Bs is what makes a good horror movie.
Well, then it was a good horror movie, but I'm giving it a 3 because, it was okay. Okay?
I don't know who you are anymore.
Pretty old by then. He might have been 25 or 30. I don't know.
Who was 25 or 30?
The dude who was slashing everybody?
The guy that played Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know if they name him in here. Maybe they do.
I don't know, and I'm not going to look it up. So there.
Well, you can't read anyways.
I know. That's one of my problems. And my
Well, I mean, you missed all the nudity and boobies.
Well, and I thought, I'm not even going to go into that because I'm not going to analyze some of the nude scene things, okay?
Yeah, they don't
even say, poor guy, all that work. Well, anyway.
Tom Savini, is that who it is?
Oh, well, I know I've heard of him a lot. No. Mm-mm. I haven't heard of him at all. No, don't let your 13-year-olds watch it, but I know they probably will anyway, but that's just the way it goes. Ugh. Mm-hmm.
Dude, Tom Savini is very famous. He's known for doing monster work like like masks and blood and guts and gore and making stuff, realistic blood and gore effects.
Wow.
He was also in From Dusk Till Dawn, but I don't know if he was the one that was actually Jason or not. I mean, maybe he was.
Well, that would be a good call if he was. But who knows?
It has him listed as uncredited, but I don't know if he's the one that actually played the character. They usually try and keep that secret.
Oh, okay. But it makes sense that it might have been him,
Well, because he clearly was on the film doing work as his trademark horror monster stuff. God, he has a lot of credits too.
Really?
Yeah, see, in the original Friday the 13th, he plays, it says the killer's hands. And then Friday the 13th, he's the hitchhiker murder scene. He's uncredited.
Oh, he's got to be then.
He might be the guy that did Jason. I don't know. Anyways, if you ever saw Dusk Till Dawn, you probably don't remember, so I'm going to try and tell you it, and you won't remember anyways. But in Dusk Till Dawn, there is a scene where a guy pops his gun up and it looks like a cock and balls.
Really?
Yeah, that's him. That's the actor. That's Tom Savini.
Oh my gosh. Well, no, I don't remember seeing that.
Honestly, I don't see a credit for Jason.
Oh, well. Huh. Okay.
I mean, there's a credit for Jason from the archival footage.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Brooker. And there's another one, Steve Dash. So clearly they use different people.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Yeah.
Anyways, I don't see it on IMDb. Rob, Samantha, Doug, Trish, Flashlight Man, Tommy, Mrs. Jarvis, Nurse Morgan, Running Man, Jimmy, Officer Jameson, Paul, Hitchhiker, Lainey, Sarah, Helicopter Pilot, Dr. Axel, Ted, Medic, Tina, Terry, Medic, Vincent, Cop, Woman, TV, Newscaster, Girl in Shower, Terry, Jason, Archive Footage. Yeah, see, I don't even see him naming him, whoever it was in this one. Weird. Anyways, okay, well, we have now gone to our 20 minutes like usual.
No.
So, Ma, are you excited for next week's movie?
Yes, what is it? And I hope I know what it is. I hope.
Virus. Starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Sutherland, William Baldwin, Cliff Curtis.
Virus. Oh, no, I didn't know we were going to go see that. So,
you're not going to go see it. It's on Vudu.
Oh,
or streaming. Streaming services from 1999.
Wait, Vudu streaming services?
Okay, Mom, Vudu is a streaming service that I own movies on.
So you own that one?
Yes. Okay. But I'm not trying to promote it to other people because they don't pay us money to promote it on your podcast. So I say streaming services.
Oh, so okay, good.
Great. Now I get to edit all this crap out.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to go to that other movie that comes out, I think.
What other movie that's going to come out? There's lots of movies that come out.
Well, there's one that looks really good, and I think it comes out this week. But it's not a horror film. Okay. It's, I don't know who the girl is. Anyway, I think it's DiCaprio, isn't it? Or,
Yes, we are doing that in November. We are not doing that in October. So if you go and see it this week, then you sure as hell won't remember. You know it's almost a 4-hour long movie, right?
whoa. Well, I want to. Well, I'm not going to talk about it, but yeah, I may go twice. Okay. Beautiful. It looks really cool. It really does. I
You
hope.
don't even know anything about it. It's based on a novel that's based on a true story.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Okay. Anyway. Well, thanks for
I
listening.
can't wait till we get to put you in a home.
Hey, I know Dad's just really excited about that too. Anyway,
Hey, look, the first thing we've ever agreed upon.
yep, that's it. There you go. Anyway, Matt, can you take us out then? So
I have to.
30 minutes? Okay.
You're going to get there.
Well, say goodbye.
Well, thank you everyone for listening to Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies, episode number 34. Another incredible one for the books. No wonder we get 2 downloads a week.
Okay.
That's probably you, Ma, downloading it yourself so you can hear yourself. You're that much of a narcissist, huh?
I am. I'm just, that's me. Hmm.
Anyways, follow Ma Hinshaw at Graham SV on Twitter. She does not tweet at all, but she has the Twitter.
I'm trying
So
to find it.
one day she will figure out how to use her phone and Twitter and everything else, and then I will have a very successful, happy, peaceful life. But so we know that's not going to happen anytime soon.
No.
So anyways, next week, Virus. It is purchasable on the different streaming services like Prime Video and Vudu and all those that Ma, promoted for free earlier in the podcast. But yeah, I own it. I purchased said film on Vudu. I gave them my hard-earned money. So that's what we'll be watching. It's from 1999. So thanks again for sticking all the way to the end. I apologize once again. We will chat with you next week unless I get hit by a truck, but God is not that kind.
Bye.
She's laughing too hard to say bye. That's what that is, folks. That's what that is.
Yes. Bye.